Isn't it crazy how I'm editing a video of me editing a video? All right, so we're done recording with the actual video for the longing. Now we're going to edit, and what I used to edit is CapCut. It's just really easy and straightforward for me, and I like it a lot. So we import the video here, and I recorded only for 21 minutes, not a long recording, but basically what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna import a video that I've already done and use the beginning, which is the intro of the video, and the end of the video. All right, so I'm pretty sure this is the last episode. Yes, it is last episode. So we're just gonna import this here on the beginning of the track, and then we're gonna, to get the exactly the part that I want, we're gonna expand this just to, show it being bigger so we can get a more exact thing. So here's the intro. So now we're just gonna clip it right here. So I'm just gonna hover over this, and we're gonna press, while this is selected, Control B on our keyboard, and you see it cut it into two different ones. And now I'm not gonna delete this yet. I'm actually gonna wait. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna delete it. Okay. So now, if I watched it over, it's gonna cut right to where I want it. There we go. It cuts right to where I want it. So now we're also gonna do the same thing to the end of the video. So now we're gonna go to the end. We're gonna import it. So that's the video. And now we're gonna get the end, the please subscribe portion of the video. Okay, the most important part of the video, if I do say so myself. So we're just gonna fast forward. We're gonna clip this. Also, you can see the total time of the recording here. And I tried to go for at least under 2 minutes for videos. Okay, so that should be good. So whatever ended here. This is the longing. Okay, just gotta clean that up a little bit. All right, so now that's all cleared up. That's perfect. So now we have that. Now we go with this portion. So now we're gonna find all the interesting parts. As you can see here, I could find out which areas of the game I'm actually talking in. As you can see on these these things, the higher it is, the louder I am, and I am a pretty loud person. So we're just gonna go, and we're gonna get all these interesting parts of the video right now. So we're gonna see exactly where I start talking. I remember when I recorded this, obviously. So days until I beat the game. 92. Okay, so that is not what we want here. We're gonna go back a little bit. Right when I load in, we want that, because I had a crazy reaction to the amount of days that passed by, and I want to keep that in the video. Till I beat the game. Right, last time we left off at like 395. 392! Alright, perfect. So now we have that. So that's the part that I really wanted to keep. Damn. At least now we can explore more things with the Matt Talk. And alright, so that's what I wanted to do, right? And now, if we fast forward to another part that I want to keep in this part. So as you can see, I'm clipping all of the not needed sections of the video to make it, because I make everything into YouTube Shorts. So now we're just gonna look over, see all these. I remember exactly what I've said throughout the video, so I think about that in mind as I'm looking at the timeline here. All right, now everything is set. As you can see, everything is good for YouTube Shorts. And now we can finally start adding our own sound effects and pictures and whatnot, and that's what we're going to be doing right now. So the first thing I want to do is I want to add some Vine booms, because I kind of like to use them in my videos, as you can see from a lot of them, including Vine booms. So that's what we're going to be doing, and I'm just going to be placing them to in areas that, like, you know, it overall just feels fit. So I'll show you how I do that real quick. So I've just imported the sound from my files, the Vine Boom sound, as you can see here. I can't play it like this, but so I'm just gonna look over the video and I'm gonna see anywhere I believe there should be a Vine Boom. So for example, here, we left off at like 395, 392. So now that's where I believe the Vine Boom should go. So now we're just gonna place that sound effect right there. So now when we hear it over, it should perfectly time. It should be perfectly timed. 95, 392. All right, so we're gonna need to adjust the timing a little bit here. Put it a little, yeah. So you see how I stopped talking there. So we're just gonna align that. We're just gonna have a little short delay. And we can also make the video shorter, which is interesting. Which I would like to do. Okay, yeah, see, 1 second shorter. See, we're being efficient. So now we're going to listen to this, and we're going to hear if it's lined up correctly. 392! Awaken the king, you say? Yep, you guessed it. Nah! Alright, perfect. So now we're going to go to the other places in the video and see if we need more Vine Booms anywhere. All right, so this is post-production 1115 here, and as you could see, for some reason the sound effects and the text boxes and the images and all of that, they weren't really showing up on the recording, so I would like to go over them right now and right here. So basically, if you see those blue lines here, this is very zoomed out, but those blue lines represent the sound effects. Those other green parts right there above the actual video are the pictures that I inserted, and the orange are the text boxes for the video. So I'm going to be pointing out with little arrows or circles or anything throughout the video where I'm putting the sounds and text boxes and pictures and all of that as we get along with the editing. All right, so here I believe there should be a different sound effect. Let me import that really quickly. All right, so I just imported the Tuco Get Out sound effect, so we're just going to align that perfectly. But I want it to be cut off, so we're just going to clip this perfectly right like that, like so. So now we're going to play it, and then it's going to play the sound effect. Frowny face. All right, so I think that's enough of the Vine Booms and funny sound effects, and now let's get to this part. This part was really cool, when I was playing it at least. I really want to do some sort of, admiring, something that admires, like, the music, because the music here is really, like, nice, along with the just overall text and advice that he's giving me. So we're just going to import some pictures, and... Alright, we have these 3 images. So now what we're going to do is we're going to import them in the given spots. Okay, guys, so basically, I'm just going to go over the rest of the video in a screenshot, just so I could better explain with the visuals as well, because I know how hard it is for some people to just imagine what, for example, what I'm trying to talk about here. And I think this will just be easier to do this for the rest of the video. Okay. So for starters... Whoa, that's not how you do anything. So for starters, if we go to the timeline, right? As I was saying before, we want to put... I put the Absolute Cinema, the Squidward meme, and... The Squidward meme, and then the AI baby. And then the Think About It brain gif right here. So in the video, they look... Well, they look like this. Alright, so the Squidward looks like this, okay? Because the video is already posted, so I'll put a link in the description for the video too. But this is what the Squidward looks like. I put peak music with a little bit of animation, which I'll tell you about in just a second how to do it. So, you know, with the music in the background, right? Light is beautiful and dangerous. And then light is without understanding. We forward to the part with the funny AI baby. He comes in like this, same thing. And then we put the absolute cinema as well. Okay. As we're talking, it fades out, like just how everything does. And then this also, how that works, right? Okay. To go into more further detail in the screenshot, these, you see those lines right there? Let me zoom in further so you guys can see better. You see these on it? So if we zoom in more here, okay, perfect. Let's see, markup. Can I mark things? Perfect. Okay, nice. This is really good. Okay, so these right here, they represent transition. Okay? So the ones that are going this, the ones that are pointing this way means like basically, let's just say fade in, opposite arrow, fade out. Okay? And that's the same thing for here, 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 and here. And here. Okay? So everything in blue is transition, okay? And how do we do transition? Okay, so as you can see for the text animation, there's an in when you click. Like I said, there's a bunch of options, right? Diamond means like the pro where you pay for, which I don't have and I don't ever need. So when you go to text, you know, type in whatever you wanted to put. Then for animation, you could do a loop, an in, or an out, right? So in, it fades in, out, fades out. Okay? And you could do the same thing with video and fade out the sound of the video as well, making it as it visually fades out, the sound also fades out, matching it. Okay? So for out, our duration is 3.8 seconds. So once it hits this mark on the timeline, boom, it's gonna start fading out. And then for in, if it right when it starts, it's gonna fade in until a certain point, and then when it hits this point, it's gonna fade out a certain point, if that makes sense. Okay, so now we're back here. Those are the transitions explained. This is the transition. See, look, this is in, out. Okay. Also put animations for pictures where they fade in and they fade out, just like how I did with the video. These transitions here, and there's also, like, for example, this slid in right, this slid in left, this slid in up, this slid in down. That's what I did for these four right here. And that's the transitions explained, basically. And I'll let Past Me continue with whatever he was yapping about. It's text. We're gonna add some more text, and we're gonna make it go one thing up, because we're gonna want this to extend through the entire recording, because if you guessed it, this is where I'm gonna put whatever day it is, whichever episode number it is. And boom, there you have it. So this is our video that I also will be posting today. And hope you enjoyed this long form video. I don't really do that many long form videos, mostly shorts now, but you know, it's always good to put in a few long form videos. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.